Better yet, give us a chance to earn your business with our top-notch customer service, strong coverage options, and unbeatable pricing. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better Burns. Much better. So much better at Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
Hi, my name is Dr. Katina Simmons. I'm the optometrist and the new owner of Grizzled Eye Care, formerly the office of Dr. Joel Zuckerbrand. I would like to welcome you and your family to make an appointment today for an eye exam. Even though the name has changed, we are still providing the same family-friendly eye care as Dr. Z. We are located at 8 North Main Street in Jewett City. You can also find Grizzled Eye Care on Facebook and send us a message. Don't forget that eye exams correlate to your whole body health too. It's not just new glasses and contacts. So come see me, Dr. Katina Simmons, at the all-new Grizzled Eye Care, formerly Dr. Zuckerbrand. Hope to see you soon.
Family owned and operated. That's something you don't hear too often anymore. Highway Campers of Plainfield is now 3 generations in and going strong. If you're looking to upgrade or get your first RV, contact the family that knows RVs, Highway Campers. They'll walk you through the process of finding the right RV for you and can even finance it for you. Visit www.highwaycampers.com and find your home on wheels. After all, home is where you park it. Highway Campers is a proud supporter of Griswold Youth Football.
Your community radio, live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning and 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Like they always say things that aren't stupid usually. And when they are stupid, it's funny.
Well, you're the one making the stupid comments. All right, get it over with.
Get it over with?
Get it over with.
Oh, you want me to get it over with?
I want you to get it over with.
Why did the pool get kicked out of the shop?
I don't know.
It was the China shop.
See, now you know why I said get done with it already. So I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming at some point. Come on, it's been the weekend. You got one more?
No. I could find another one.
No. It's all right. It's all right. Oh, bull in a China shop. So anyway, how was your weekend?
All right.
It was good?
Yeah. Well, wasn't bad. I mean, the heat wasn't too bad. Yeah, it was kind of nice yesterday. Yeah. Saturday was nice too.
Yeah. Yesterday I mowed. I know, because that's riveting conversation, folks.
Yeah.
And I have a battery-powered weed whacker.
Yeah.
But if the batteries aren't holding a charge, it'll
die off.
You're screwed. Yeah, I know. And it's ridiculous.
Well, you got to charge it.
I did.
Oh, then maybe it's getting weak.
I have 2 batteries, one to show, one to go kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
And it's supposed to, the batteries are supposed to last 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Each, which is, for my yard, is plenty of time.
Wow. Nothing, huh?
Well, I got part of it done. Then I was it would stop.
Wow.
Wait a minute, and it would go for another 30 seconds maybe, and then stop.
Yeah, that's a sign that the battery's dying.
Yeah. So, and the other thing is you got to charge these batteries about 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you put them in the charger while you're waiting. Well, the next time.
Yeah, the next time, like 2 months down the road or a month down the road.
What, you trim every month?
Along the sides I do, because it grows really, really quick.
Oh.
And we've got these long, stocky plants.
Oh, yeah.
What are those?
Weeds.
Yeah.
Not the kind you really want to own.
No. Paul's Pot Farm, Taylor Hill.
No.
Victoria says, good morning. It's Paul's favorite day of the week.
Yeah. Gee, thanks. No, it's not.
What do you mean that's not?
No,
it's
not
Paul's.
Monday.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, we haven't been there much.
Well, it's. I think we're back to normal now, finally.
Yeah. Been a couple of good weeks.
At least 2.
Yeah. Plus that includes your vacations and all the.
Well, went to Florida.
Yeah.
And I came back from Florida, and all I brought back was this COVID-19.
Yeah. No, it could have been monkeypox.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
So I tested positive for that, and I didn't have any symptoms. Well, not necessarily true. The first day I was really sleepy.
Yeah.
First day I tested, and I don't even know if that was psychological, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Thinking, oh, I'm positive. Oh boy, I'm tired all of a sudden. Yeah. Because if I didn't test positive, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah. Right.
So, I went along my merry way, and next thing you know, I tested positive. I've tested 4 times.
Yep.
5 times. And each time it's been for 2 weeks positive.
That's generally what happens if you see the latest news with Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe tested positive, then he was feeling good. Then he went back again, then he tested positive again.
Yeah.
There's usually about 10 days in there that you kind of like stay positive.
Yeah.
But then it goes away. You can't say, because normally they said 5 days and you're in good shape, but no, it's usually 10 days whether you got symptoms or not. Yeah. Yeah.
It's been, well, tomorrow would be 2 weeks that I would have tested positive.
Wow.
Holy cow.
You've had it a little extra long time.
Yeah.
Because usually it's about 10 days, then it goes away.
Well, I went ahead and I got some more tests from the pharmacy. So now it's just a matter of.
Yeah, I would think you're okay now.
Well, I was told by a doctor and a pharmacist that I was out of the contagion. I'm not contagious or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I said, so I'm positive for what reason? It's
still in your body,
still in your system.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, well, that's good. You should be okay now. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
I had something here I want to show you that I had not shown you yet.
What's that?
Well, Victoria had asked me if I had shown you the joke that she had sent me, and I honestly, Victoria, I haven't seen Paul much.
No,
at all. Oh yeah. Oh, and actually, I've used this one a few times to people since you sent it to me. So
is that the Scandinavian?
Huh?
Is that the scan?
Oh no, I did. I did. I did say it. Send it to him. I texted it to you.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a really, really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it reads like this. Why does the Norway Navy have barcodes on the side of their ships? So when they come back to port, they can Scandinavian.
There you go.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was one of the better dad jokes.
Yeah.
If that's what they call them, right?
Yeah.
The PCR test, you can test positive up to 90 days. Well, that's refreshing.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
I mean, there's a reason. There's a huge reason right now where I don't want to test positive. So, but of course, it comes at the best time in my life.
Well, what scared me this morning was the monkeypox, because you came in eating the banana. What does that mean?
Nothing. I like bananas. Why?
Yeah, well,
I like bananas.
Is that something that came out all of a sudden?
No. I don't. Does anybody around here have monkeypox? I think it was somebody in New Haven.
I heard.
Yeah.
But
there's a vaccine for that.
Which there's not that much of it.
Huh?
There's not much of it.
No.
It's pretty painful too. Lasts for about 2 weeks.
Thank you very much, Victoria. I've yet to meet him. I haven't been able to meet him yet. Everybody else has. But I, because of my COVID testing, I haven't been able to meet him yet.
Yeah.
Seen lots of pictures.
It's best to be safe than sorry.
Yeah. Well, that's what I told my stepmom yesterday, I said, I'd rather, much rather wait. I said, because I have the rest of my life that I can see him and stuff. And I don't want to risk anything, just because I want to be selfish and go up there now.
Yeah.
So,
No, good point. You're
anyway.
being responsible.
Huh?
You're being responsible.
Well, either way, I mean, I would have made the same decision.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's good.
Victoria says New York just declared an emergency over monkeypox.
Oh, wow.
That must mean 7 people have it.
Well, don't forget they have a lot of international flights coming in and out of Kennedy, so you never know. Yeah. I guess they interviewed one guy. I guess get these red blotches all over your face and hands and mouth, which can be kind of painful if it gets into your mouth.
It's like shingles?
Well, little red spots. Kind of
measles?
No, it's bigger than measles. Bigger than measles. Yeah. But
it's not a killer though.
No, it's not a killer. But it lasts for a good couple of weeks, I heard. Then it goes away.
So speaking about New York, so there's this stuff all over choking social media. The city of New York released a public service announcement and about what do you do in the case of a nuclear explosion. And it's about 1.5 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are questioning why are they putting this out now? Holy cow. Why? It's been about a month that it's been out, but people are really just starting to figure it out that it's out there. And now they're making a whole bunch of stuff. Oh yeah. Well, this group is training for this and this group's training for that. And I don't know why they're doing it in the dark. And
well, I think they're probably concerned about is an attack in New York City alone. Somebody setting off a nuclear device inside the city.
Mm-hmm.
Terrorists always seem to target New York for some reason. It's because of the amount of people that are there.
Financial capital of the world.
Well, yeah. I mean, so they're probably, you never know.
Do you think that a PSA in this vein is worth it? Is worth being put out there, or do you think they should not?
That's. I mean, what are you going to do about it? I mean, if somebody sets off a nuclear attack and you're in this vicinity, what the hell does that mean? Get out of your desk. Well, that's what they did years ago.
Right.
Their air raid thing. Get out of your desk. What the hell good was that going to do?
But the question is should they have put it out? Should they put this public service announcement out on what you should do?
They put it out for a reason. There must be something they're concerned about. Why would they put it out?
I don't know.
I mean, let's face it. There's been a lot.
Does it mean it's because it's imminent?
Not necessarily. Maybe it's just being cautious of something that possibly could happen. Every state that did it.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, let's face it. New York City's always been under.
This is a full 3 months of food.
Huh?
What's that?
Nothing.
I thought that was it.
No.
I mean, I think New York City's always been on the radar for any kind of terrorist attack, whether it be inside or outside coming in. So,
well, I think they always are. So
they always are. So, yeah, the way New York City, I wouldn't live in New York City if they paid me.
But the question is should they have put it out? Do you think it's? Do you think it's?
Well, I'm sure
fear mongering, or
no, I'm sure.
Do you think it's something that's imminent for New York, or because all of a sudden, it's like people are like, why?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I would think it'd only be broadcast on New York stations.
No, it's being shared all over the place.
I didn't see it. No.
Huh?
I did not see it. I heard about it, but I did not see it. No.
So here, I'm going to actually play it.
No.
So let's see. And hopefully you guys can hear it.
So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why, just know that the big one has hit, okay? So what do? There are 3 important steps that I want you to remember. Step 1, get inside fast. You, your friends, your family, get inside. And no, staying in the car is not an option. You need to get into a building and move away from the windows. Step 2, stay inside. Shut all doors and windows. Have a basement? Head there. If you don't have one, get as far into the middle of the building as possible. If you were outside after the blast, get clean immediately. Remove and bag all outer clothing to keep radioactive dust or ash away from your body. Step 3, stay tuned. Follow media for more information. Don't forget to sign up for Notify NYC for official alerts and updates. And don't go outside until officials say it's safe. All right? You've got this.
So there it is. And you know what? Here's the other thing I can tell. Nobody cares.
No.
You want to know why? We just lost half of our viewers playing that.
Really?
Because they don't care. And that's the only thing. I mean, they just don't care.
Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know why they did it. There
The
are
PSA?
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people who are preparing for doomsday. There are.
I mean, doomsday preppers have been
They've been around
for years.
Years.
You know, building underground
Oh yeah.
types of forts or whatever.
Oh yeah.
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 Victoria says, staying inside. Well, that won't do.
Yeah. I mean, if there's,
I think maybe that gives you the best odds, but it doesn't mean it's gonna.
yeah, I mean, it all depends how close you are.
Yeah, because if you're anywhere near, you're gonna get eviscerated.
Yeah. Exactly.
So.
Exactly. I don't know. It probably has to do with somebody setting off some kind of a nuclear bomb within the city of New York.
Yeah.
Now, not necessarily a missile coming in, because if a missile comes in, you can go inside all you want. Big deal. There'll be no inside to go to.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's probably what it has to do with that.
So I just want to say, you know, for the remaining people that are here, that if you post something that's political in the room, I'm not going to talk about it, just because I don't want to get anything. You know, I don't want to go into a political forum, because you can take anything these days and go, oh, you know what? It's because of the left. Oh, because it's the right. Oh, it's because of the far left. Oh, it's because it's the far right. Personally, I don't care. I honestly don't. I'm so sick and tired, you know, of hearing about left, right. You know, are you a Republican? Are you a Democrat? I don't care. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You have your views, and that's okay. Keep them to yourself.
Yeah.
I just don't want to talk about him here.
Yeah,
this is not a political forum. We're not going to talk about you. We're not talking about religion.
No.
You know?
No.
Just not going to do it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, don't forget the administration in New York changed, so maybe they have a different lookout. I don't know. You know, you have a different mayor now, so maybe that was his thought.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did it. Who knows?
Cindy says maybe because there were so many sites with differing information on what to do, and it may change state to state. They decided to put something more cohesive for New York together. It was actually the state of New York that produced that public service announcement.
Yeah.
And put it out. The second thing, it's been out there for a month.
That's been out there a while.
Yeah. So people are, you know, because I'm looking yesterday and it's like on different social media platforms, people are talking about this. And they're talking about, well, they have a friend who has a friend who has a friend who's in the military that's doing this. So
who knows? I mean, we're in a very fragile state around the world. Very fragile. I mean, there's a lot of things going on where a lot of people are not happy with us and what we do, and I mean, you got North Korea who's threatening again, and you got China.
He's just lonely.
And you got China threatening because if Pelosi goes to Taiwan, they're threatening, which I don't think she's going to go there. I think she finally changed her mind.
I heard she was not.
She changed her mind because I think they told her, you go there and you cause some problem. So she's not going there. Why is she even going, I guess, beyond me? And why is she going to talk about trade? What the hell does she got to do with trade? But that's beside the point.
Insider trading, perhaps.
Well, she's good with that. But I don't know. I mean, it's a very fragile world we live in right now. I mean, not only external, but internal.
Yeah. So Victoria says, because my little rant about how I don't like to get into the politics of things. No, but what she just said is true. Is everything is driven by politics.
That is true.
See, the reason I don't want to talk about it is not because of that, because Victoria, you're right. Everything is driven by politics.
Absolutely.
But the problem is that there's so much division between all of the political parties. Of course, the big two, the Republicans and the Democrats. And it just causes fights.
Yeah.
And it's not even, people can't even debate it. They can't even debate the subject. You just, it doesn't matter. I mean, you could be family, friends. People feel very, very strong about their political views, which is okay.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no debate. You're wrong.
Yeah.
Do you get that feeling too? Or
I mean, a lot of people stay away from it. We don't talk too much about politics.
Right.
Because we always know.
No, we don't. I mean,
everybody's got their own thoughts on what the hell is happening.
Yeah.
You kind of hope that eventually everything will work itself out.
Well, I don't think this is working itself. This is one of those things that's just going to keep going on and on and on. Yeah, Victoria made a couple of good points, which is true, is that everything is driven by politics.
Yep.
It's a distraction from what's really going on.
Yep.
I believe that to be true as well. But, but both sides are saying that.
Yeah.
You have some Democrats, you have some Republicans that are both saying that. I just don't like getting into the conversation where it's your fault. You did this.
Mm-hmm.
You did that. Yeah. I have let's see, Dave just says I've got family members who haven't spoken in about 6 years over politics. I have people in my family as well who we have varying political thoughts and beliefs. We don't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to get into it.
Yeah.
Because that's the worst kind of fight, is when you're fighting one of your family members, no matter how many you have or don't have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you.
Now, here's something Dave said. Let me see. I'm going to blow this by you. He said, and it all started by posting on Facebook. Do you believe?
Well, it's not only Facebook, it's Twitter too. Both.
I think Twitter's worse.
Yeah. Some of the stuff that's on Twitter is like, wow.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think social media as a whole.
Oh, yeah.
Has really put a bullet in a lot of people about their political views.
And the problem is once you put it out there, you can't take it back.
Huh?
Once you put it out there, you can't take it back. That's the other problem. There's no way you can erase what you said. Unfortunately,
No. Yeah, you can't unhear things.
no. So, yeah, that's a good point. But we never had social media years ago. We never had these kinds of issues. But now we're in a new world. We have this stuff. Whoever thought that you'd hear talk about the president, and it was unheard of years ago. Now either,
Years ago, the president
that
was untouchable.
Correct.
That's just whether you agreed with him or you did not agree with him. You had the respect for the president of the United States of America.
Right. Not anymore.
No.
Not anymore.
Oh,
no.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I mean, there's some outright tongue lashing.
Oh, big time.
That, and I don't know, 1984, 1983, 1988, that you didn't hear that stuff.
No. Never did.
So Shana says our family, when it comes to political views, we just agree to disagree. And that's probably the best you can hope for.
Sure.
Let it go.
Yep. Don't even bother.
Let it go.
Don't even bother. Yeah.
So there's politics, there's religion, and then another one Victoria says is money.
Greed. There's a lot of greed in this world. Yeah.
Don't ever lend family members money.
No. You don't want to do that. That's a bad mistake.
Yeah.
Because if anybody is going to be upset with your family, just because they think they can get away with not paying you back, that's exactly what happens. See, you're right. You don't lend family member money at all.
Yeah, that's an argument you'll never win.
Yeah. And even sometimes you don't want to lend friends money either.
Oh, I think all the time.
So no, you're right. Money's another one. So because of greed.
Huh?
Greed. Everybody's got greed today.
Let me ask you, is it greed or is it apathy because you think you can get away with it or push the subject because you're friends and or relatives?
I don't know.
You see what I mean? Like, for example, do you think it's easier to get away with if you lend money to your brother as opposed to lending to just somebody that's like, all right, here, I'm going to give you $100, but I need this back, blah, blah. But if you don't ever see it again, it's like, whatever. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's worse.
Yeah. I think it's probably the other way around where I asked my brother, forget about it. Yeah. I don't know. I think.
Well, loan your brother $100. See what happens. All right. Here's something, and I don't know the answer to this question, and I think we can kind of come up with an answer. But this is totally random and not anything we're talking about this morning. But
yeah,
what's up with panhandling?
Panhandling?
Is it illegal?
No, it's not illegal.
Now, if you're on state property, they can tell you to move along.
I guess they could, but I know that what did they kick them out of? I know the one over by, where
you talking about the 395?
Yeah, the one over by Lowe's. I think they were able to get rid of them because it was private property.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah,
but the lady that was pregnant at the old exit 85.
Yeah.
Over by where you would get off, like if you were to go to Stotts years ago.
Yeah.
I think she was pregnant for about 15 months.
That pillow does fine. Well, just like that woman that was over on the exit coming off, going on to 395 South, where she sat on that exit piece coming off of the
and I know who that is.
And she'd be there every day. It was like a job.
Yeah.
And I mean, I seen her one day where she actually had like a church basket. You know how you give a basket out in church where you collect money?
Yeah.
Well, she had a freaking basket on a stick. And she would just hand it into the car. And
Well, I also know that she was not homeless.
Yeah.
And she actually owned a house because her mother gave it to her.
Well, there you go.
But she's out there. I mean, there's other reasons, I guess, why.
I
people would do that.
haven't seen her out there in a while. I don't know whether she gave it up but I haven't seen her there.
Shana just said she's still standing out there.
Oh, she is, huh?
I haven't seen her in a while.
I haven't seen her in a while. No.
But the so-called pregnant woman who was pregnant for over a year.
Yeah.
She was not only whatever was in her, because it wasn't a baby, because unless she had the gestation period of an elephant.
Yeah.
But she always had like a mask on and glasses. You could never
tell who she was.
She hid her identity well.
Yeah.
So
well, like I say, I think they can do it. I think they tried to do something, but
I think you're right about the private.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
pretty
think
sure
they
you're right
couldn't
about
do
that.
any. They couldn't do anything about it. 'Cause
property.
a lot of people were complaining about it.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
I know state police have gone over to like 164 where 395 the exits and entrance to 395 is over there.
Yeah.
I know that they've gone on and told them to move.
Yeah.
Or because it's I guess maybe it's a disruption in traffic. I don't know.
Yeah.
How they would look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I saw one down in Montville one day. I was getting off. The guy was standing there and asking for money. Then all of a sudden, because we went to Stop and Shop down there, here he comes, walking up into the Stop and Shop parking lot, gets in his car, drives off. So if you're homeless, I mean, come on, give me a break. And then he got himself a pizza from Stop and Shop. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Come on, you got to know. I mean, just look at their shoes.
Well, that's true too.
I mean, you got some new Nike kicks, man. You're probably not homeless.
That's true. I mean, there are people that are hurting. There's no doubt. But I think some of these panhandlers, I think, is just another way for them to make some extra bucks.
Well, not only that, but I actually talked to a guy.
Did you?
You know, and he had brand new Nikes on. I said, dude, you got new Nikes on. I said, you're not homeless. He goes, what, just because of my shoes? He goes, they were a gift. And I said, really? So somebody went and got you $100 pair of shoes and said, here you go. I feel bad for you. Good luck.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But probably not.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
I mean, you almost want to just kind of park, pick yourself up a picnic lunch and just kind of watch these people.
Yeah.
You know, and see, well, where are they going? Oh, look at that. They're getting into their brand new BMW.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
I have suggested and said, okay, how about I'll give you some food. No, I want money. Well, then you're not homeless. You know, if you were homeless, then you would want food. Now, which is completely different than I went to a Red Sox game. And we've always parked in this hotel parking lot about a mile away from Fenway because it's $20 and not $80.
Mm-hmm. That's a sleeper, I guess.
Oh, I was wondering what the hell that was. So then I get to the parking garage.
Mm-hmm.
The other two guys I'm with go up and get the car. And I'm down here and there's a guy just kind of sitting down.
Yep.
You know, next to, you know, on the road. Man. He said, hey, you got any food? I have a granola bar and I have a water. Can I have it? Sure. He ate half of it and he put the other half in his pocket.
For later.
And he said, I'm going to save this for later.
Sure.
And okay. So then there was a restaurant right next door and I'm thinking, he's legit.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a little conversation. He was talking about how he had, he was in the military, and then he got out, and he had a job, lost it, and he said, I don't really know what happened after that. He said the hospitals, there's no homeless shelters that you can really go to. He said he is tested positive for HIV. He goes, I don't do drugs. He goes, I don't know. He goes, but I'm on the streets every night. And I kind of felt bad for him, but just by looking at him,
yeah, you could tell.
And it's like other people were handing him water,
yep.
Because, that day it was hot. And so, you felt bad, but there was a restaurant next door and I got him a chicken strip dinner.
Yeah.
So, and he was incredibly thankful. You don't see that, over here at Walmart at the parking lot or on 164. These people that are,
No, they're after money.
Right.
Because then now it's a job. Yeah.
Yes.
If I could make $50 to $100 a day times, $50 times 7, tax free.
Well, that would be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to claim that on your taxes. Huh?
Hell no. Yeah. But like I said, maybe I haven't seen the person out there because the temperature's been pretty warm. So maybe they haven't been there. Maybe that's the reason why.
Richard says, love the ones that are smoking a $13 pack of smokes and holding an iPhone.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's a good point.
Those are the same ones with the $100 kicks.
Yeah.
Hey, Vicky, how are you? Good to see you. It's been a while. Vicky says, now there's Vicky and there's Victoria.
Okay.
All right. So just so you know.
Good.
A while back by Lowe's area, I saw a person supposedly homeless with a sign, will work for food or money. Told the person I will go to McDonald's and get the person a meal. And they said, no, I want money. I said, that's not an option. And so they're not looking for help. I mean, you said it, Paul. We all agree that they're looking for the money. They're not looking for.
And like I say, they're gone now.
They got lunch in their car.
Sure they do.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't need you to go ahead and.
Yeah, they park their car someplace on the site and then eventually just walk up to it. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
How did people get away with it, I guess?
I don't know. No, there's something you can.
They obviously don't live in the town that they go beg in.
Possibly.
Well, except for the lady on 164.
Yeah.
She lives in Jewett City.
Oh. Well, maybe there's something we should try. Set out next to an exit and see if we can get any money.
Would you ever do it?
Well, if we did
even just for an experiment,
we would do it and give it to charity. Have to hide we'd have to disguise ourselves. So nobody knew who the hell we were. We could do it live.
Have you seen it? Have you seen the prices for lunch lately?
I know.
Boy, yeah, that would be something. There are a lot of videos online where I think they're staged, to be honest with you.
There are a lot of people walk up and give them money and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's staged BS, but but people buy it.
Yeah,
it's like,
I know.
I
think that the Good Samaritans.
Yeah. I think you should go back to the man on the street thing.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
You can ask them some real good questions.
What would you ask? What would you ask these days as Paul Lash, man on the street?
Let's see. What could we ask? We have to stick more towards. We could ask some questions related to, not necessarily. Well, I'm trying to think, but there's been a lot of people on the street videos that are out there on TikTok and those places like that. I'm sure we could come up with some questions other than cartoon characters. So, even I don't want to get into saying any politic names, but we could come up with something. I'm sure.
Paul Lash, man on the street. Maybe that should be revisited.
Who's buried in Grant's tomb?
That's actually a good question because people will be like, it's like if a plane crashes, where do you bury the survivors?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Here's a good one, and pretty much straight up, Court Kinney.
Yeah.
Why do we celebrate the 4th of July? That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a really good one.
Yeah. Well, speaking of 4th of July, there were a lot of people that were protesting the 4th of July this past month.
Ben, hey, good morning, Ben. How are you? He goes, my mom told me to mention the people with the fake electric violins attaching their Venmos to send them money. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know what you mean there, Ben.
Electric violins.
Well, I know that there are people that will set up in parking lots with a little speaker and they're playing supposedly the violin, but they're playing a recording and they're not really playing the violin.
Gotcha.
But I don't know what the whole word Venmo comes in. Attaching their Venmos.
Well, maybe that's how they send the money. I don't
know. Dave says here in Hamden, the panhandlers drink $8 Starbucks coffees, talk on their iPhones, and also harass you if you don't give them money.
Wow. Holy cow.
Victoria says there's a gal that keeps posting in all the local groups. She's staying at a hotel with 4 kids. She asks for food, but also put up her Venmo and Cash App. It's hard to know if it's legitimate.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's so many scammers out there, you don't know what's legit and what's not, Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, panhandlers have been around for a long, long time. Look at the ones. Sure. Look at the ones that were around years ago, and I forget California.
Panhandlers and hookers. They've always been there.
Yeah, I mean, they were making you stopping and you're stuck in traffic, and they're forcing to wash your windshield, and they're expecting money.
Yeah,
and you're stuck in traffic. You got no choice. You can't go anywhere.
You know, it's funny because every time I'm stuck at a traffic light and I need my windshield washed, those guys are never around. Jeez.
Yeah. So, yeah. So you never know. I mean, there's a lot of that stuff going on today. I wonder if it's getting any worse as a result of the inflation and the cost of food. And,
we heard Dean Rubino this morning. Eggs are up 60%.
Wow. That's a lot. And for a breakfast restaurant, that's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the livelihood of his breakfast. Eggs.
So here's something that made a lot of sense to me. Because I asked Dean about this.
Yeah.
And he was very frank about it. And he said, I looked at him, I said, so I noticed you've had to raise your prices or whatever. And he goes, yeah. He goes, I did that. And he goes, I also had to put on an inflation fee.
Yeah.
And I went, why? And he goes, well, let me tell you why. And he said to me, he goes, lately I would have had to continuously raise prices because the cost of food and the cost of labor, now it's $15 an hour, keeps going up and up and up. And it's very, very hard for a small business to stay afloat when everything's going as high as it is, as fast as it is. So he goes, well, what if I had to go ahead and, keep printing menus? He goes, how much is that going to cost me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just when you see that on your bill and it's like, what the is this?
Yeah.
He explained it well to me.
Yeah.
And it's not his fault. I mean, everything has gone up. I mean, things that we don't even think, like jelly packets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
That's impactful. Ketchup, cups, tuna fish.
Yeah.
All these things that you just think are kind of like, they're inconsequential or always going to be inexpensive.
Oh, yeah. I know. I mean, I was there yesterday and I was shocked at what it cost me.
Huh?
Yeah, we were there yesterday. And my wife likes to have, this special breakfast, and I told her, I guess I got to get out my black card, the black credit card, and it ended up costing me over $30.
Yeah,
and all I had was French toast.
And it's not just I'm not picking on Dean.
No, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere.
All right, because I go to Dean's, I go to Charlene's.
Yeah,
there's another one I go to.
It's everywhere.
And it's the same.
Yeah.
So you can't really, so Dino, if you're listening, I don't want you to think I'm picking on you.
No, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dave going on a cruise soon. He is. I'm sure he will, of course, be listening to us, while he's on Turks and Caicos. What else would he do in the morning? He goes, there's a guy that will actually spit, hit, and kick your car if you don't give him money. He will also stand in front of your car and not let you move. The police get called every day, and yet the next day he's always back.
Yeah.
Because you can't do anything. It's public property.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roads are not private. Most like Route 12 here. Main Street, Jewett City.
Yeah.
It's a public road. I mean, state owned, but you could stand right in the middle of it, and it's not a criminal offense.
Yeah. Well,
it's stupid.
Those kinds of things happen all the time.
Mm-hmm.
People do stuff and make you pay to get out of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Dixwell Avenue. Oh God, I used to work on Dixwell Avenue.
Yeah.
It's a busy street.
I mean, go anywhere, go on vacation, and you could end up being, some people come up to you or whatever. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know because you're not familiar with the
different cultures, different in different places. But
so, what are you doing? I want $5 for cleaning your windshield. Yeah.
That's when I just say hit the windshield washer and go, yep, there you go.
And just to change the subject real quick.
Not hit the windshield washer, but I'm talking about the button.
Just to change the subject real quick. And this occurred. This was a road rage thing, where the person, how sometimes you go down the highway and you want to wash your window, and you put your wipers on,
and it
goes back.
Yeah.
Well, apparently the guy behind got so ticked off that he actually.
When was this? Is this recent?
This is just recently, I think, and he was shooting at him or some goddamn thing, because the guy got ticked off because he was trying to wash his windshield as well. So but that's just something else that happened. But
great.
Let's go back to panhandling.
Just want to go ahead and pass this little tidbit around. That it's an advisory from the Plainfield Police Department. If you live in Plainfield, Oregon, or you plan on traveling up Route 12, road construction all week in the area of Route 12 and Route 205. Traffic delays expected. Use alternative routes.
What's 205?
Oregon. Well, I mean,
it's further up.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of, like, if you go past Plainfield High School and about a mile or so, and then you can bear left.
Yeah.
That's
205.
205 down there. There's a nice breakfast restaurant down there.
Gotcha.
That's Oregon.
Okay, right.
So I guess right on the corner there.
Gotcha.
I've had some people ask me about the accident in Jewett City from last week. The one where two Jewett City folks were hurt pretty bad on Slater Avenue. Yeah. They hit a fire hydrant and then rolled and hit a tree. One person was thrown from the car.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. All I know about it is that they were both injured.
Right.
Seriously, I don't know anything past that.
Right.
Nothing else was released. I don't know the situation.
Yeah, because we went by there the day after. Well, actually, we went by there because we were on our way to a game. We went by there. It was like 5:00, 5:30. We went by there. We actually crossed from the road by Pleasant View and going on the highway. And that was like an hour before. And then all of a sudden, at 6:30, this happened. So, yeah. As a matter of fact, when we came back or the next day, the piece of the car was still there. There was actually a state cop sitting on the highway, sitting on the side, where the accident was. There was actually a piece of the car still there when we came back, or when we left, I should say. So they didn't pick it all up the day of the accident. Yeah. No.
The only thing I can tell you is that the girl that was in the car, her name's Chelsea Lawrence. It was her 30th birthday.
It was her 30th birthday?
Yeah.
What a bummer. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see. Hey, Carol. Good morning. She goes, I am more concerned by the hundreds of cars being forced to waste fuel and get jammed up in traffic because of the paving on Route 164. Also, paving on Sunday. Mega overtime happenings for a huge crew of workers. That concerns me more than worrying about the future of New York City.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of surprising to me, especially on a Sunday where you got loads of traffic heading down to Foxwoods. I mean, keep in mind. Plus, not only that, that's people going on Route 2 to get to Musquamaket.
Yeah.
To the beach.
Yeah. First of all, we were not talking about the future of New York City. We were talking about a public service announcement.
Yeah, that's right.
That the city put out in case of a nuclear explosion.
Right.
That's, we weren't talking about, New York and it prospering or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard there was really quite the traffic jam on 164.
It was backed up on Slater. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah, because I guess they were paving around the bridge area. Well, they already did the second coat coming from the other end. They went down, if you remember when they started, they went from this end down doing the first coat. And then when they did the second coat, they were coming back from the other end, coming up this way. So I think they got to be close to being done, I would think, unless there's some other pieces that are missing. But I thought they were working on the second coat. At least half of the highway.
Well, I can tell you is next year they're going to rip it all again.
Not all of it.
Just a section.
A road crossing, which is, what is it? Maybe 3 feet, 4 feet by, just going straight across. It's not going to
because of the infrastructure.
Yeah, it's just going to be a road crossing. It's not unusual. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And Carol says, good morning, Mike. I said, and good morning, Carol.
Yeah.
So there's some interesting stuff. So I don't know any more about the accident over on 138 there and 164, the junction there. I certainly hope that you don't want anything bad to happen to anybody. So let's see. Shannon says she felt that they were paving Route 32 forever.
Route 32.
Why didn't they work at night while I was sleeping?
Well, I think they did do some work at night, but I was kind of, like you say, I was kind of shocked that normally they don't work over the weekend.
Carol said that the traffic was backed up into Lisbon.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That is a little crazy.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you kind of wonder what happened there, because why would they do that road on a Sunday afternoon when people going to Foxwoods? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Somehow there must have been either a scheduling conflict, something that forced them to do it on a Sunday. A busy afternoon. They could have done a Sunday night. There's no reason why they couldn't have done that.
I would think the only thing that would make them do that is it had to be done, or the job has to be done by a certain date.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure there's a sign there how, it would be down such and such a date. I don't know what that date was. I didn't think it was by the end of I thought it was sometime in August that they were able to have it done.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know what their contract stated. So
yeah, I don't either.
I don't.
Obviously,
I have no clue.
But why else would they be jacking things up on a Sunday?
The only thing I can think of is that, something had to be done by a certain time.
Look at all the people that probably tried to get in, into the flea market.
Yeah.
That's all backed up.
Oh yeah. 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 We kind of avoided it. We kind of went through town and went the back road on Route 12. Stay away from it. Yeah. But we came home. It was open. There was no problem. So, yeah.
Shana says some of the flaggers don't really know what's going on either. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Victoria says, my son drives a triaxle for a paving company. Their week starts on Sunday. Sunday typically has lighter traffic than Friday.
I agree, but not necessarily 164 because of the casino. Normally they would be right.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that just seems to be a busy road no matter what.
And Shana says, I think there should be some flagger training.
Oh, you got that right. And they're required by the law to have flaggers.
Yeah. And a lot of them are they're just private security companies. A lot of them just have somebody stand there.
A lot of them are supposed to have flaggers and they don't. So you got to kind of guess what the hell they're doing, in order to go by. But you're right. Because I remember when I worked for Eversource, they used to spend so much money on flaggers. It was unbelievable. And they were
Eversource?
Yeah. Because if you're doing work on a road, you got to have a flagger. And you're talking big bucks.
So where would they get their flaggers?
They got to hire them. They're outside.
Like Ace Security or something like that? Some ABC Security Company?
There are companies that do flagging. Yeah.
Now, are they trained or is it just some guy named Joe Bob?
No, they're trained.
Okay.
They're trained. Yeah.
Well, where?
Well, we talk about flaggers. There's some local companies.
Hi, my name is Ricky Bobby, and we're here to teach you how to flag.
There are some local companies here in town that don't use a flagger. I'm not going to say the name of them.
They use a flogger.
No, there is any. They don't use anybody, and they're on the road. And by I mean, they're kind of wondering, what the hell do I go now? What do I do? Go around them or what? But yes, that's for sure. I won't mention any names.
You couldn't have made it more obvious.
I just went like this.
Paul's got a twitch now.
Yeah.
All right.
They're expensive. They are very expensive. Yeah.
So are security guards.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
A lot of times
the state police are on state highways. Yep. They're the ones that are kind of not necessarily a flagger, but you'll see them on highways.
Right.
Yeah. You got to pay for that. It's not free.
No. Of course not. It's not free.
No.
Otherwise, they're panhandling on that same road.
Yeah.
Man, we've run the gamut today, haven't we?
I guess we have.
Talk about the weekend. Started talking about a PSA that you should see some of the fear mongers that are on social media about that PSA.
Well,
it's
I
ridiculous.
There's a lot of people that get kind of shook up on that kind of stuff. But if it hits, it hits. You ain't gonna know it. You kind of laugh because this is not the first. We used to have. Remember, I know you probably didn't have that stuff, but I remember when I was even in high school, we had air raid shelters on site.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
And then they would blow the horn and bingo under your desk. That's not uncommon.
What's a desk gonna do?
Exactly. What's that's going to do? But they used to force us to get at the damn desk. So there you go. I mean, come on. It's like, that was during the Cold War, but yeah. So things are going to, they happen. What are you going to do? Can't sit here and worry about it.
There was so much fear mongering.
Oh yeah.
So much like right now, people are going, why are they doing this? I'll tell you why because all of a sudden everybody is, they're in the know.
Yeah.
It's amazing. How many people know things,
Yeah.
One person was talking about how they knew somebody that was training and they were doing things only in the dark. And they had to do this training in the dark, loading things up on trucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
Oh.
Donut says he remembers doing that too.
Yeah.
What you were saying about,
Yeah.
air raids and stuff.
Yeah, that was a big thing. And I remember, there were air raid. There were actually shelters on site.
Hmm.
A lot of them, there used to be, if I remember right, there used to be, if you worked in a building that had a basement, they used to have the round, the yellow and black sign on the wall with the little nuclear thing and air raid shelter here.
Hmm.
When I was even going to work, they had that, but was that
well, there's all these tensions right now in the world, so of course, that's going to come to the forefront.
Yeah.
And it's hey, it's business. There are a lot of people that sell things, for whether they're bomb shelters or RTEs or
yeah,
ready to eat foods.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Water. I mean,
Yeah.
They always say that sometimes the economy could just use a good war.
Yeah.
But not a war that'll wipe out 1/3 of humanity.
Right.
So, getting back to the traffic thing, David says when they were doing construction on 995 in East Haven, local police officers were making over $100K just doing construction overtime.
That's how they make their money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Said it went on for 3 years.
Yeah. Police protection. Yeah.
But you make $100,000 just in overtime.
Yeah. And I think when they're on state highways or
Yeah.
town roads, they have to have a cop there. Yeah.
So like for example, David here in the room, him and I have a common acquaintance who is a security guard in a federal penitentiary. And he's always talking about the amounts of overtime that he works.
Yeah.
It's like he works 5 doubles a week.
Yeah.
And actually, it talks the way with the amount of hours he throws down, it's like he's working triples. I'm thinking,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
He worked 180 hours of overtime this week.
Yeah. No, I agree.
No.
That's what the state requires. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there wasn't a state cop on 164 though. Unless there was, I mean, I don't know.
I don't remember seeing.
I don't know. I don't remember
one over there at all.
Unless they were allowed to have the flagger.
It's always better than having a flogger.
Yeah. Sometimes some of these flaggers, you kind of wonder if they're awake.
I was sitting there one day, just waiting in traffic, and I was going towards Preston on 164, and I hadn't hit the bridge yet.
Yeah.
And the guy just kept letting the traffic cross from, that connector onto 395.
Yeah.
He just kept going, and people coming the other way. And we just sat there, and people are beeping their horns, and it's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that. See, now this is a problem. Carol says they were blocking the 395 exits.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
That's a whole different set of jammed up traffic.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah.
Anyway, well, I think we ran through it, dude.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for showing up.
All right.
Thanks for spending part of your morning with us.
Yep. All right.
Boy, look at you. You're the hell out of here. Yeah, I'm going.
See you on Wednesday.
We'll be back tomorrow morning with the one and only Rich Waslick.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
Good.
We'll be back. We'll see him tomorrow morning. Good morning, everybody. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.
You buy better. Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better with Burns. You buy better.
The Burns Agency knows your insurance needs can change with almost every season. The snowblowers get tucked away, and the motorcycles, boats, and jet skis come out to play.